I knew this was going to be a grind. I didn't realize how big of a grind this was going to be. Hey. Welcome back to another episode on CypherCraft. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support on the last episode. That video did really good. I wasn't expecting that. And yeah, we got a bunch of new subscribers. We got 34 subscribers from the last episode, so hi, welcome. If you're new, welcome to our world. There is a channel trailer on our channel which just shows off everything that we built so far, a world tour, so if you are interested in this world and what we've been up to, then definitely check that out. That will kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what we're about. But today we are over here at our storage area, and don't mind the room, we're doing a little bit of renovations. But we are over here at our storage area that we built in the last CypherCraft episode, and it's working. It's working really well. As you can see, it's currently sorting a few things. So yeah, if we just can just throw in some extra stuff in here, there we go. But yeah, as you can see, I have done a little bit more work over here. I have finally sorted all of the blocks that we have in the game. We have, this slice right here is still empty, so we have a little bit for new items that come into the game and stuff like that. I haven't updated to 1.21.5 yet, however I think the only blocks are grass blocks if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is awesome, and I think this is gonna work. So as you can see, yeah, we went ahead and we sorted everything, so we have all of our stone materials over here, and then as you can see, it gets the tuff, the brick, the calcite, concrete, all the deep slate, no, this is blackstone, and then we get into the more natural blocks. I gave wood a little bit more storage, because I think we're gonna have a lot of that, so we have all of our logs, then the crafted woods, and then the super crafted woods. I thought that would be the easiest to sort. And then as you can see, we are then sorting all the other materials. We still need end stone, but we're probably not going to go to the end for a while. And then at the end, we have one slice for all the unsortable items. So yeah, I think this is going to work well. I've been using this already for a while, and I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the setup. However, I am not happy with the way that this is looking. This is looking pants. So I want to go ahead and tackle this. And yeah, I have an idea of the style I want to go for. I want it to be industrial, so a lot of machines and stuff like that. However, I also want to bring in the essence of nature and overgrowth. I kind of want this to look as if it's been here for a very long time, a few decades, even a century maybe, and then just kind of having it dilapidated and falling apart, and nature's kind of seeping its way through. And I have a few ideas of how to do that. I think it's going to look really good. I also want to play with a few different block palettes. I think we're going to play a lot with deep slate, but I was thinking for this wall over here, we might play with some brick just to change things up. That might look good, that might look pants, I'm not sure. We'll find out. Also, I did a little bit more redstone off camera. So this is our shulker loader, but because we don't have shulkers, whenever we are out of shulkers, then this will also close. This closes whenever the generator turns off. so we don't have access to our sorter system. But this will also close when we're out of shulkers, so that kind of forces us to reload. And yeah, we're not going to be able to see it now because it's too bright because we don't have a roof. However, I did go ahead and I added a little bit of a light show down here. So now whenever we activate the generator, yeah, we're going to have a nice little lighting up effect that's going to go like kind of in a clockwise rotation, and it's going to light up this area pretty nice. But yeah, enough yapping. Let me go ahead and gather up some materials and let's jump into a time lapse. Hit it. Oh boy, I am so happy with the way that this turned out. I mean, oh, this detail right here, I added this in and that just added so much to the build. Oh, I like this. I can vibe with this. So as you can see, we have a very industrialized area. We're still waiting for a few details, like for example, this machine thing. I don't know what it does, but it looks cool. But we're still waiting for it to oxidize. And then we can also throw in some overgrowth and stuff like that. I really like how the blue trim is contrasting. We have the warped wood along with the prismarine, which I think looks really, really good, especially next to the reds that we have going on. And then yeah, we also threw in a glass ceiling so we can look up at the sky. It is a normal gray glass, however we also threw in some green glass and some moss kind of to represent overgrowth that's kind of taking over the build. And then we're also going to throw up some vines and stuff like that to, yeah, kind of represent that nature's kind of breaking into this area and seeping in. But oh man, and then this wall over here, this brick wall, this turned out so good. I really like how it differs from the rest of the room. It's a nice splash of color, and oh boy. We do need to bring in some bees. I thought that would be kind of cool if we have some movement going on in here, because everything is pretty static. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty neat. But yeah, next up we need to start tackling the floor. So we have this very strong industrial floor down here. However, now we need to start adding in all the nature and stuff like that. I do have some stuff in my inventory, so we're just gonna go ahead and bring this. Actually, do I have any? Alright, but we have plenty of bone meal, I believe. Yes, nice. Alright. So yeah, now it's time to kind of break up the floor. So yeah, I'm thinking of just doing this kind of randomly. Kind of just digging up what we have here. And then perhaps, we need an axe for that. Like so. And then we can just add in some of these nature blocks. We can then throw in some moss as well. Boop, boop, like so. Mix in some grass. And then I'm also thinking we can throw in... Okay, I'm not that rich, so I want these materials back. But then I'm also thinking we can throw in some pale moss, kind of to blend in the nature to the gray that we have going on, just so it's not a strong change. And then we can also probably throw in some mossy stone bricks. I think these would look good too. So maybe at the edges of the grass, kind of bringing it in here like so. Maybe something like this. And like so. Yeah, I think this will work. Yeah, we kind of just make big patches of the different types of blocks. We're gonna have mostly grass and moss, and then maybe like 5% will be this nylium, just to give it a little bit of a different feel to it, like a different kind of nature seeping through, like some kind of fungus or something. And then that will also kind of drag in the blue that we have going on in the rest of the build down to the ground level a little bit. So yeah, let me go ahead and just continue to throw in these patches, and then I'll bring you guys back in when we've made some progress. And there we go. All right. This is awesome. So yeah, we added a bunch of nature and stuff, and it might be a little bit too much, a little bit too chaotic. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to come through here and tweak things as we go, but from a first pass, I think this is looking really, really cool. We have some vines hanging from the ceiling. I'm not sure what I think about this with these pale, I don't remember what they're called, like pale vines or whatever, hanging from the glass. It kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. It looks weird, so maybe I might remove those that are in the middle of the glass. But yeah, overall, I think this looks really, really cool. You saw the very subtle light up effect as, yeah, when we start up the generator and stuff like that. So this area is nice and bright now. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way that this turned out. We also added a small little nook for all of the mob heads that we've gathered. So yeah, that's nice. We can store these over here. And I also went ahead and I added a small, simple little manual super smelter array over here. Very manual, but then we can do all of our small smelting over here. We will be making a super smelter over in the village, but it's good just to have a small amount on the go. But yeah, there's still a few things I want to do still. I still need to get a few bees in here. I've been meaning to do that. And we also need a spore blossom to give us nice little particle effects, which I think is just going to tie the place together very nicely. And yeah, still waiting for this to oxidize. This takes forever. However, there is still one thing that we still need to solve, and that is dealing with these empty spaces right here. And actually, the heavy core block would actually look really, really good in those spaces. That's a lot of work. No. We have ancient debris and netherite trees in this world. We don't need to flex anymore. Although it would look really good. However, I do have a different idea of what to place in here. However, we don't have anywhere close to enough of these. Do we not even have enough to make one? No, we don't. I want to make the conduits because I think the conduits would look really, really cool in these spaces. But yeah, we're gonna have to do a bunch of grinding for these. I think we can fish these, but I think we get a better rate if we actually go and attack drowned. But we're gonna have to go out exploring anyway because we're going to need... Crap, how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I think 17. Oh gosh. I guess we better go grab some stuff and head on out because this is going to take a long time. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because I think it's gonna look really, really cool. It's gonna be a nice small little detail that, yeah, really just ties this place together. Also, I need to get some more ender pearls because we need to turn this into an ender chest. Alright, we got this. Let me go ahead and gather up some materials and then let's head on out to gather some conduits. Alright, so that was a lot of work. That was several days of grinding. This video is going to be so delayed, but it's fine. But we ended up doing two different techniques. The first one was just going out and hunting all the drowns. And then we also set up a little fishing area up here to try to fish for some of the nautilus shells and stuff like that. However, yeah. This over here is the fishing. We did this, I don't remember how long, but several hours of just constant fishing. We got two. We got two. This took forever. This is with Luck of the Sea and lore, so I mean that sped it up. We got a little bit better loot with the Luck of the Sea. However, yeah, not so lucky with the Nautilus shells. I also went ahead and tried to automate this by making it an AFK system, as you can see here. However, yeah, this did not work because the fishing bobber has to lay on this heavy pressure plate right here. The game sees this as being a block and doesn't see the water underneath, so we're not getting any of the level 2 loot, which means that we're not able to get any of the Nautilus shells because of that. So yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. And then for going out and hunting all the drowns, we spent several days doing that. And this is what we got. We got a bunch of Heart of the Seas, we looted a bunch of shipwrecks, and yeah, we got some Nautilus shells, which we're not even close to how many that we need. This is ridiculous. They only have a 0.3% chance of spawning, of drowns spawning with them holding them. And so, yeah. But yeah, we killed about 330 drowns. It honestly feels a lot more, but it did take a while to go around and try to find them as well. However, yeah, I think the best method is then to hunt drowns. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't have enough. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish getting all of these in one episode. All of that, and we get one. We get one. Oh, this is so unfair. Why do I do this to myself? Alright, and boop. Let's see how that looks. All that effort for one. Yeah, but it looks good. I like it. I think it looks good. I think we're going to continue collecting these. However, we're going to do this in between episodes, and it's probably going to take a couple of episodes until we're able to fill up the entire room. I knew this was going to be a grind. I didn't realize how big of a grind this was going to be. Quick maths, if we have 17 and we need 8 of these shells, and there's a 3% chance that a 0.3% chance, I believe, that a drowned is holding these, then we need to kill approximately 3,700 drowned or something like that. Yeah. But it's worth it, because, I mean, look, it looks cool. It's not a waste of time. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, like I said, we will then continue collecting these in between episodes, and it'll probably take a couple episodes to collect all of them. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this area for today's episode. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think about this area, because I absolutely love the vibe that we have going on, and I kind of want to take this style and kind of bring it over and implement it in the rest of our storage area. And the rest of the different rooms and stuff that we're going to have in here. I think that's just going to look really, really cool. Not in the main hall, but yeah, some of the other rooms and stuff. And yeah, just having just a bunch of nature overgrowth and stuff. I think this is going to look really, really cool. That pig hot air balloon is so freaking cute. Oh, I love it. But anyway, we are over here at the Echoes of the Community, where we're gonna kill off a few of you guys. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, this is kind of where we just say thank you to all of our community members, to everyone who is a public subscriber, or anyone who comments on any of the videos and stuff like that. And so yeah, we just put your guys' name on here, and yeah, a small little death message that is then chosen by the Paxy curse. And we haven't done this in a few episodes, so I want to go ahead and do a few today. Ooh, ominous. Alright, so let's go ahead and yeah, see what we got going on. So let's go ahead and give this a ring and see who we got. Duo Diaries and Suffocated in Wall. Okay, next up. Who do we got? We got the Sexiest Corpse. Ooh, okay. And was slain by their own snow golem. That's just bad luck right there. Alright, let's do 2 more. Alright, let's see. We got Neelis and started a chicken uprising. I've tried that before. Would not recommend. Alright, and Sylvester D'Amelio. No, D'Amelio. And what do we got? Lit a redstone torch. Why? Why? Alright, let's do one more. One more, why not? And hello? I said one more. Hello? There we go. Okay, who's this? Withered Golem. Alright, how did you die, buddy? Angered Llama. Oof. Alright, awesome. So we got a bunch more people now, so let's go ahead and add in some gravestones. And I think we have some room... Well, actually, we filled out this entire area. We have some room over here by the tree, so let's go ahead and give a nice big spin. And there we go. Alright. So yeah, we added a few more of you peeps over here. So yeah, as you can see. And nice. This is so awesome. Our graveyard is slowly starting to fill up. And yeah, this is awesome. So thank you guys so much for all of the support on the videos and stuff like that, and for commenting. That really means a lot. And yeah, if you want your name over here in the graveyard as well, just go ahead and leave a comment and I will add you to the randomizer. However, that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode there. Again, it was a little bit delayed just because, yeah, we had to go and get all the conduits. And when I say all, I mean one. But it's fine. It's fine. This place is going to look cool. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think about this place so far, about this aesthetic, because yeah, I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. And yeah, it would be cool if we can then implement this in the rest of the base. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.